Welcome back to Breaking Skyrim. In this episode, we teach Barbas how to dance. No, on our last episode, we started Lost to the Ages. We found a few of the Ethereum shards. We fast-traveled way across the map because we were all the way out here, past Solitude. Yeah, just past Bethardum's. Find Deep Folk Crossing. But, if you come to Site 3 in Katria's journal, probably called Raldiv Bar, I'm probably butchering that name. But I started from here, snuck my way over, because we're trying to break sneak now, hence why we have Barbas. You'll know you have the right one when you get close, because it'll tell you, but you have to get close first. There's a few bandits around, but nothing serious. So we're going to dive in today, and I do believe this is one of the longest legs of this whole journey. If I remember correctly, it's been a while since I've done this. But there's a big skip involved if you want it.
This is surprise.
Surprise indeed. Now, why didn't Barbas join me? Not too heartbroken, but I'm also like, why is he not here? Were you stuck on the... He was still dancing. Alright, let's try this again. Now, the main reason we're doing this, to be completely honest, I just want the Ethereum shards out of my inventory, but this leads to one of 3 equipments that you can get. A shield, a staff, and a circlet. I'm gonna tell you right now, the staff is totally useless, if you ask me. The shield, not so useless, but still not so great. I'm not picking it. We're gonna take the long way around. And the crown is game-breaking if you use it right. So we're gonna take the crown at the end of all this, spoiler alert. But I'm just gonna sneak on through all this. You really don't need to engage anybody if you don't want to.
What was that? Now you're mine.
Ah, forget about it. Let's do the thing. Really? Of course I'd miss. Need to get through this somewhat fast, so let's just go with something easy. Again, he should still be quite a distraction. And do a bit of scavenging. Remember correctly, yep.
What was that?
That was a dog. Go get him, boy.
Over here.
I know I'm gonna hit Barbas. No, I didn't. Where did you go?
I'm gonna.
And there's the key. Really? You're gonna find whoever did this? There's a dog right there. You probably did it. It was the dog, I swear.
I don't know how you made it this far, but you'll go no farther.
I mean, just because it has a unique name. I think it's a quest item if I remember correctly, but I am not sure. Oh, that's useful. The sneaky sneaky. Nope, just us hounds. Nobody in here but us chickens. Alright, successful sneak attacks are always welcome. Now, of course, I've said many a time before, if you want to spice up the playthrough, you can always have some kind of storyline element, some role-playing involved. Around this time, I always just kind of go, well, the warrior's so tired of being epic at both magic and combat, he wanted to start taking a more delicate approach. Make sure you grab the ingots and the raw ores. But again, whatever floats your boat, whatever explains your roleplay, you know, it's meant to be a personalized experience. Yeah, because the key doesn't fit this. Alright, we're trying this one just because there's a lot of loot in there. All of it's usable. So the main strategy I like to use, besides just make sure you have all the lockpicks you can, I like to turn a small degree in an area, kind of scan. And don't go left or right on your right analog stick, just nudge it upwards. Ever so slightly. It'll give you more scans to find the sweet spot. And then when you find where it's loose, just try and scan that loose spot. And then get as close to the center of that spot as you can. Yep, close. Alright, so... I'm not sure if you can see it, but I'm passing over this little white dot. I'm using that as a reference tool. It's in the brown part of the lock. So it tells me how close I was before. There we go. Not the best at lockpicking, but of extreme blocking. That's worth money. Brawn, that's worth money. So, but other than that, I just like to break everything open with Fenwicks. It's so easy to farm lockpick. Just find a place full of master locks and then break picks as you go. Let's go back to being a ghost. So I'm also thinking doing change up. I like having minions. Conjuration's one of my favorite things to play. But me playing as a broken character most of the time, it didn't work out because most of my summons wouldn't show up. So when they made it this way, give myself some decent summons that always show up, I was pretty overjoyed. Them take care of the spider. And the sphere. Forgot about him. Chest back here. they're doing that. Ah, it was a trap. There was two of them. And for some reason, they're still not going for the spider. I guess he's not... I guess he's a friendly. Alright, well, you just keep working. Oh, nope, he saw me. Why? You're not worried about a bunch of skeletons and a dog, but oh my gosh, there's a person. I mean, I guess if that's what he was programmed to do. But moving on. Now, I'm pretty sure that trap is automatic. I don't set off traps now because I've gone down sneak enough. But it's pretty easy for you to dodge these. Just stick to the sides. But it will mess with all of your followers. Barbas is immune to damage, so he should come through eventually. Mind you, this doesn't break your sneak as fast as I would like. There are faster methods, which I've said before, but this is one of the more fun ones because you just get to sit back and watch a bunch of skeletons wreck. It is... I find it entertaining. I don't know if anybody else is, haha, get the minions kind of people, but I sure am. Don't mind the wonky trap. I never understood that one. Oh no, you pushed me onto a gout of flame. Let me move slightly in any direction. I always forget that turning on your night vision cancels your invisibility. So be aware of that in certain situations. We are looking for loot. Whatever's useful. Pretty sure soul gem. And there's a chest. Again, this one's a master if you want to take the time. Personally, chests are always a gamble, so that one door I worked on is because you could see all the guaranteed loot. You know, if you want to pick your battles, you can. Now, the clue in the journal said a deeper mine, so... And, of course, everybody would run out at that moment. So, this was just the first leg to get through this little part of the ruin. Now, personally, as much as I like the champions here, I don't like tying up 3 close quarters combatants just because they can trample each other. I'd really prefer to have the skeletal warlocks. I just didn't farm for it at the college. Because most things will focus on the Colossus and allow the warlocks to help them from afar. Now the champions are stronger. And they have a better effect that synergizes really well. Pardon me, but you know, it's all about preference. Just try and stay away from the skeletal minion. He was really there for just, you know, us to pick on and exploit. I know it sounds cruel, but it's just what it is. Go Fenwicks. That's money. At this point, you should just be farming for any enchantments you know you're gonna need. You can leave anything else behind for weight. I forgot this place is huge and packed full of farmware, as well as a skeever? Yeah, skeever. Alright, so we're just gonna start a disruption off the bat. How about that? Now the horrible thing is, because this is quiet casted, they might not even notice. Oh, the skeever did. And there was a farmer over here too. Okay. But yeah, the champions and the Colossus, they synergize really well, because the champions will get stronger depending on how many enemies are in the area, and the Colossus not only allows you to have extra skeletal champions, but heals them. So they last their full 60 seconds. Which is always nice. And then poof, I disappear. That's the only downside. I've gone over splash spells before, how they like to push around anything useful to loot. But it's really just a pet peeve, you know, just me nitpicking. Just me, or is he not even shooken up by that Fusro doll? Giant's force is not unrelenting, it would seem. Of course, if you listen to the sound effect, to me it just sounds like he's got a raging burp going on, but I have a funny brain. So. And I don't mean ha-ha funny, it's like the macabre funny. Like if Edgar Allan Poe tried writing comedy, it's well, at least it's not boring. Alright. It's money. Bork, bork. Wolf, wolf. Where are you even at? Where did you go? Okay, there you are. So we go up. Or wait, do we? Yeah, I don't think there's any doors out that way. Now, if I remember correctly, we're trying to end up over there, which isn't too hard. But is it this one? Yep, if you walk all the way around, clinging to the edge. Oh, that's nice. There's a chest. And you can do it on either side, you just gotta make sure you cling to the edge. Is he fighting somebody? No, somebody's sniping him. Alright, so here's what we do. First things first, we'll go to the elemental blast. And then we shall switch. And nuke. Oh, he survived. Still didn't find out where we were. Now his friend's looking for us. And I'm pretty sure that he just gave away our position. Yep. That's the only problem to Barbas. If he sees you, he tells everybody. Because I guess he's making it fair for them. Yeah, the game's broken. We've been over that. So, come this way to loot what you need. Oh, I did not want to get out of sneak. Matter of fact. Now I know a few people are gonna, well, it's not really broken if you keep having to go to the quick menu, it's inconvenient and blah 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 blah. And there's that bridge. My whole thing is I've always abused that menu just for one simple thing. I love Bethesda games, fan of Fallout, and VATS is super useful for just taking a moment and thinking about how you're going to let the scenario play out, what's your next move. It's the same thing here, because the game is now paused. I can sit here and think, well, what's the best strategy to take out the 6 people that have surprised me? I know, switch to ultimate destruction, keep myself healthy with the restoration, and blow them up. You know, it gives you a second to think, but it doesn't matter what playstyle you're using. It's just a nice little option to go over what you're gonna do next. Are you still... I did that at the right time, I guess. Actually, I need him out first. This is tight quarters. I don't know if this is a good idea. Yeah, and then they didn't last long. Excuse you, ma'am. What are you doing? Sorry, my dog just decided that it is no longer Skyrim time, it is Lila time. Hi, puppy. No, Daddy's busy. Okay, lie down. Come on, lie down. No, I don't want sloppy kisses. I said I didn't want sloppy kisses. Yes, Miss Lickums to death. There you go. Thank you. Alright. Now we continue down the bridge. No one suspects, even though there's a hulking, lumbering colossus behind us. No one notices the ground shaking. Now, I think I'm mistaken yet. That's later on. So back here. Nope. Alright. We'll continue on. I'm pretty sure we get ambushed. Oh no, it's a trap. That's what it is. So... So yeah, once you set that trap off, it summons whatever it is they just decimated. And it also set off that crossbow, which is why my champions are gone. You can stop pushing the button, my guy. Now, normally Barbas is terrible for stealth runs, just because of the obvious reasons. But I just like exploiting the fact he can't see me. But he still follows me. Not to mention, I find it highly entertaining that, you know, they never see me. All they see is a dog. And then the next thing they know, skeletons show up and wreck them. So, just the idea that bandits and everyone else died thinking that this dog was a necromancer. It's kind of funny. And we can go ahead and scavenge. Because who doesn't need more soul gems? Even though technically, since we broke enchanting. But that's not to say you can't legendary it if you're feeling frisky, if you feel you have enough stuff saved up to 100 it again. You know, it's all about how you want to play. I personally just pump the skills I know I can, like Destruction and Conjuration, because I can get them up in minutes and farm them almost infinitely. It's random scraps and such. Now, if I remember correctly, some of these buttons set off traps, some of these buttons open the thing. So, I think this one opens it. Don't quote me. That was incorrect. So, was it this one? That was it. One of them will throw off flame geysers, so beware of those. Nope. Open the door first. Okay, now in this chamber we're gonna have a couple of things we need to do. First of all, let's clear the chamber. I'm gonna resummon everything. There's Charis caged in. There are Falmer just scattered everywhere. But the main goal is any of these gears you see. Yeah. Any of these gears that you see are clogged, you're gonna remove whatever's clogging them. So let's summon Barbas some help. And then disappear again. They'll take care of everybody. Now you saw me unclog the first one. We're gonna come over here. Hey, buddy. Surprise! I got you a gaping chest wound. Oh, he didn't like it. The second one is over here, so remove the spine. I don't know why these are all jammed up the way they are. Just like it was deliberate. But it would make sense the Falmer would want to wreck some Dwemer stuff. The third one is here. But this one is special. If I remember correctly, really? Barbas jumped all the way over here? Isn't my Colossus still wrecking stuff over here? Okay, he's gonna go help Barbas. But the third one's hidden. I say hidden because it's under the water. You know, not that hidden. Staff of Ice Spikes would be money, but I know I'm running out of carry weight. Not sure how they haven't seen me yet, but I'm not gonna, you know, bug out over it. Oh, sorry for the dad jokes. But they'll get taken care of here shortly. Let's go ahead and do another Colossus. Surprise! And more champions. If I remember correctly, I mean, this is one of the best places to get Charis eggs if you're into alchemy, but there's some smithing ingredient. I thought a chest, but I'm mistaken. And that's another benefit to doing a conjuration set of armor, is if you just want your minions to take care of everything and then you can loot while they're doing it. Personally, one of my favorite fun combinations. Fenwick's can handle that. Alright, now everyone should be taken care of. I like it. Let's scavenge this fella. Now, I'm pretty sure that a couple of these things got pushed into the water by the Colossus, but no big deal. If you really want to go find them, by this point, we should have Detect Dead. And even though the book says Detect Undead whenever you have the tome, it's literally Detect Dead. So, I don't think I have that saved. I do not. But it'll illustrate where all the... yeah. Freshly deceased are. Now, before I forget, remove the skull from this one over here. And then this last one, you go ahead and dive in. And it's in there. Now you can hear everything's running smoothly. I don't think there was treasure down here. I mean, personally, I would have put a chest, but I'm not a programmer. So, now that everything's running smoothly, it dropped the bridge whenever we activate this, but be careful. There will be, I think it's a Centurion on the other side. So I'm gonna press that button, Ask Barbas nicely to get out of my way. And then resummon the posse. Alright. Now, I'm just gonna have him come to us. Hey, buddy. Come on, fella. I could have blown you up half your health bar by now. You're so slow. Okay, so it does stun him. Good job, team. Alright. And then scavenge anything of use. And we continue on through the dungeon. Don't forget to grab this little chest here. Broken flesh we have. Two-handed attacks. I need that. I could use that too. Alright, and now further in to the switch. And when we get in here, you'll see Katria's already here. Alright. So, now that everybody's torn up the enemy, scavenge.
We meet again. It was quite the trek. Come on, I think it's over here.
Alright, so chest. The last Ethereum
Have to
shard.
say, I'm glad that's over. That's the last one, isn't it? It's almost time. I'll meet you at the forge.
Hey, but you didn't say where the forge... What? Ah, crap. She's gone. Excuse me. Well, we'll figure it out. We have our journal. Journal. Sorry, I can't speak left, right, whichever one it is. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what's all this? The Dwarven mechanism, it needs a required item, but it'll lead us into a bigger dungeon later. So this is a nice place to make a mental note of that. So come behind this gate, and then we open to the Skyrim. Now from here, where is it? Nope, that's not it. I can't see Chauncey. There it is. Alright. So now here's this elevator. In case you're wondering, there's where we went in at. It was down all these steps. At least I'm pretty sure it's down all these steps. If we happen to come down a few of them, right over here, there's a nice little chest. Why are you always up in my business, dog? Alright, but as you can see, follow your steps down. Eventually, you will run into the original entrance. So if you ever do need to go back for that mechanism, just climb up this mountainside here. I actually don't think there's an easy way. I'm pretty sure you actually have to hop up the mountainside and get to that platform. But, still. Now, if we continue on, look into her journal. We've already been 1 through 4. So 5. It's no name, no identifying, but page after page, ruined diagrams, astrolabe, yeah, the astrolabe. That's what we're looking for. So you can see where the 5 is down there. Again, the dark black lines are bodies of water, best point of reference. So what we're going to do, we're going to back out all that, go into our map. So if those are bodies of water, zoom in. So use this as a reference, the shape here. I'm going to go in. So pretty much directly south and a little bit west of the island that has Gurman's tomb. I think it's Gurman's. Which tomb is that? Which we've already done. Yeah, Gurdman's. So if that's the case, it's near the Alchemist Shack, which we've been past before. So I'm gonna head there. Now, I've explained that we're going to end up taking the circlet you can make, but I haven't explained why. So, I'm pretty sure we're heading over to that marker next to the Legion's camp. Because most of those markers are just, you know, points of interest in the first place. So, we'll see. But the reason we want the circlet, it allows the wearer to have a second Guardian Stone. So let me explain. Right now we have the Atronach Stone. If I was to put on this circlet and go activate another Guardian Stone, I would have the Atronach still on me, and then the second one on the circlet. Really good if you're trying to level something up real fast, like if we were trying to do something more with our smithing, or at least do that faster. You could have the Warrior Stone on it, but the way that it's game-breaking is in some of the Guardian Stones give you super powerful skills. The Shadow Stone allows you to go invisible. The Serpent Stone allows you to unlock locks, or at least I think it's the Serpent. I might be getting my games mixed up. The one that I personally like to do is go take the Ritual that allows you to resurrect all dead bodies in a vicinity. If you unequip the circlet and put it back on, where that is usually a once-a-day ability, you now have that pretty much infinitely just by taking it off and putting it on. Now, all of these bandits are responding to Katria, so we're going to summon her some reinforcement, and then disappear back into the shadows. It's another one of the convectors for Arnell's journey. Alright, they dealt with everybody. So we scavenge. I can put all that away for now. Talk to Katria.
You made it. And you... Look at the device here. The gear in the center is just about the right size. Try putting the shards in, and we'll see what happens.
Alright, so if we activate it, shards go in. And now back up. Because she'll even ask you to. But you might as well just come over here and Fenwix this. Yes, my brain had a fart. What? I was thirsty. Oh, I forgot, before you back up, you need to take the crest. So now all these shards somehow got fused together in that gear. Personally, I think this is one of the coolest things they ever added, just because Dwemer elevator.
It's true. It's all true. Come on, let's check it out.
As all our skeletons fainted from astonishment. Nah, I just stopped concentrating on the spell. You know how it goes. Alright, so down to the forge.
That took longer than usual.
I'll take the lever here. No, don't freak out, because somehow they got automatic lights. I always thought it'd be funny because they added all the fishing spots and then they did nothing with this body of water that's like so underground that nobody's been touched for centuries, if not millennia. Like, can't give us some unique fish you can't get anywhere else. But that's just me griping. They did a great job in the first place, so I don't need to make it sound like they didn't. But very straightforward and self-explanatory. There aren't many paths you can take. I forgot about the resonators. There's only 2 of them? Okay. So there's only 2. Ta-da! Alright. And again, there's nothing nearby, not even to loot. This was very straightforward. I'm just doing this to continue boosting the sneak. Nice little convenient autosave. That is the forge. Alright, so first we're going to clear out the steam, which is these valves right here. Huh, funny, that doesn't take me out of invisibility. Now, pay no mind to the chest over here. It will come in handy and eventually. But it has just what you need to construct whatever item. So now we have to defeat the guardians of the forge. Which, it's just a whole wave of spiders, spheres, and I think a centurion. So, let's even up the numbers. Go invisible. Let them have their fun. Because it's a few waves of it all. Now, the one thing that kind of stinks is you can't have 2 bone colossi out at one time. Yeah, wow, that didn't even let me finish summoning. But while the Colossus is out, you can have 2 of any other kind of skeleton. Which I thought was a bit of a letdown. I personally would like to have 2 Colossi. But I don't feel like going down the tree for all the skill. I'm going to turn off the steam again, is what now. That way, makes this a little more of an even fight. Is it just me, or is he still coming at me? Most Centurions do a steam attack. This guy goes full dragon. So, beware of that. I might actually need to intervene here, because he doesn't even seem to be taking on the Colossus. Alright, well. Sneak attack it is. That was actually kind of a letdown.
I almost can't believe it. We did it. We actually did it. There's only one thing left to do. We have to prove this actually works.
Well, how do we do
Go
that?
ahead. After there isn't any. Wait. The phone and the materials in this. I don't know. Make it count. This
Yep,
may be
so-
the only chance we ever get to use the forge.
Like I said, there's 3 items you can choose from to make, but you only have enough to make 1. So, choose wisely. I forgot this was over here, but we don't need flames. Yeah, we don't need flames, but that's good money. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and scavenge a whole bunch of these guys real quick. As you can see, they hold ore, they hold gemstones, they hold soul gems. Really a good payday. Especially the Centurion, usually, because they have grand on them as far as soul gems are concerned. On average. It's not a guarantee, but most of them do have higher end soul gems on them. So, Calcum. And if you want to boost your smithing even farther, a lot of the Dwemer plates and whatnot can be reforged into ingots. I just think it weighs you down a lot, but I mean, you can see my carry weight's almost full. So come over here to the forge. You're gonna insert the crest. Now again, the staff summons a dwarven spider or sphere. Again, it's random as to which one you get, and they're not that powerful. They're pretty much the same as what you're fighting now. The shield, enemies that are struck by the shield become ethereal, making them unable to attack or be attacked. It's really situational, but still fun to play with. But this is the piece de resistance. Retains the last standing stone ability you held, granting you its effects in addition to those of your current stone. So, we're gonna go ahead and make this.
Beautiful. That crown. It's everything I could have hoped for. And with that, it's done. No one could possibly deny what we found now. I've waited so long for this moment. We found it. At last.
Alright.
And now,
So, now there's another item out of our inventory,
farewell, my friend.
as far as the shards are
Wherever
concerned.
your travels take you.
And that's another mission done. So, I'm not sure if you just noticed the stairs came back, but they do disappear during that little Colosseum fight. So, be wary of that. Now, I would like to demonstrate how this crown works, but I'm not entirely sure I'm remembering correctly. So we're going to pick up the episode, or we're going to end the episode here and pick it up next time, demonstrating how this thing will work. So I'll see you guys in the next one.